Choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Use the options on the left to edit league settings. It's week 3 of the 2024 season. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Packers and the Titans. And it's all up next.
From the capital of Tennessee and of country music for any of you fans out there, welcome to Nashville. We're at Nissan Stadium. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over them for big yardage, and maybe save.
Well, a tough start for both of these teams. Still searching for their first one of the season as we get going in week 3. Kickoff taken at the 3. This return makes it up to the 25. So the Packers offense getting set for their first drive. Bringing them out, someone who wowed last year in his first chance as a starter, Jordan Love.
And he wonders, he's about to take his first snap today. Yeah, he took care of the football last week, Kate. That was great. No interceptions. But just the one touchdown. Be curious if he cranks up that aggressive knob today.
Love throwing to start us off. Cut out left. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30. What we're seeing now, Brock, they've had some pretty crummy luck, some poor fortune in keeping guys healthy during their early goings of this season.
And this is where focus and attitude is oh so critical. They're rallying around those guys who are hurt and trying to play winning football. So when those players start to come back, Kate, they could jump right back in and really add this depth and be a better team and maybe, just maybe, make a playoff push.
First down, ball at the 36. They stick with Jacobs. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Chidobe, Awuzie, they're on the tackle. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Going run again with Jacobs. And he gets him around 6 there. Amani Hooker with the tackle. Call it a gain of 6, and they need only 2 now on 3rd down. Turning to Jacobs on 3rd. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
First down, and they go right back to him. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. It's Kenneth Murray on the tackle. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Here's the first look for the rookie out of USC. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. That one ends up a gain of 6. And it'll be first down, Packers. Jacobs running behind center. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Jack Gibbons in on the tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Putting a receiver in motion. Throwing his Love on 3rd. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes. Incomplete.
Well, I think the defensive coaches in coverage, breathing a sigh of relief. There was space right there. If that throw came 1 second earlier, that was going to be 6.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Jackson now to return it. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. So the Titans ready for their opening drive of the game. And leading them out is their second-year quarterback from Kentucky. He earned several starts as a rookie. It's Will Levis.
Their loss last week, it really isn't on him. He had a great game. He checked off a lot of the boxes they had for him in the game plan going in, especially the one at the top, Kate, getting him to the end zone. 3 touchdowns, just 1 interception. He does that again here. They should be winners.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. 1st and 10 from the 41. On the play fake, it's Levis. Buying some time right. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. He finds Tigakonkwo for the grab. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. From the gun, Levis. Into the hands of Okonkwo. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Edger and Cooper there to make the stop. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Levis throwing again. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of him.
Has his man, it's Ridley. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
They'll go, it's Pollard. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Quite the opening drive they put together, partner. New set of downs all the way down to the 25. Levis now on 1st down. That's Thomas, he's got it. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Tennessee! The Titans pull ahead 6-3 in the first. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Nick Folk now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Titans one up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. His return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Packers taking the field now. Their second series of the game coming up. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Complete on the slant to Watson. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Well, QB put it pretty close to the sideline to begin with, and the defender, look at him, just put his little hand right out there. It just encouraged it to fall out of bounds.
He's going to snag a couple of yards charging up the gut. Jack Gibbons in on the tackle. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Love from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. Nice kick there. It's a punt of 53 yards. And the Titans will have plenty of work to do on their next drive. Levis here on 1st down. He puts some power on a deep one left. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down. Levis from the shotgun. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up. Could not beat the defender there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Levis. Lay it out for this one, and he makes the catch. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Titans will have a 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Still sticking with the passing game. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Andrew Cooper takes it away. He got in front of that one for the pick. Looked like that's the receiver it was designed to go to on that play, too.
Yeah, the QB just must have missed the lurky defender in coverage right there. That's where, as a QB, you've got to have the vision to not just see your route, but see those defenders in front of it. If you stare down your receivers in this league, turnovers follow.
The Green Bay offense about to get started once more. And they're set up well inside of enemy territory, and they've got a short field after that pick. Running on 1st here with Jacobs. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4. We pause now for an injured player, and that looks like Josh Jacobs, who's hurt after that play, and in need of a look from the training staff. 2nd and 6 coming up here. They send the tight end in motion. Gets it complete. Here's Marshawn Lloyd.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Love on 3rd and short. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. It's Kenneth Murray on the tackle. 2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 21. Hauled in by Musgrave. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Catch is made in close. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal. Shotgun now for Love. And he's got it. Touchdown, Green Bay! The Packers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Jaden Reed, the touchdown. Right on the edge of the goal line for 1st and goal. And I don't know about you, partner, but that surprised me that they just threw it in. No attempts at running it.
Yeah, I think it is so hard for these defenders. You got to be so keyed in, and physically, you know you've got to stop that run first. So a 1st down pass play can and certainly was effective.
Carlson adds the extra point. And the Packers push their lead to 3. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Jackson now to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. So now here comes the Titans on offense. And we've seen both extremes of this passing game so far, Brock. 1 touchdown and 1 interception on the ledger.
A home run and a strikeout. A little sampling of what
Yep.
works and what doesn't against this defense, Kate. Now, you got to try to emphasize those things that you found success on with that opening drive.
He's got pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. They gain 14 on the play. And that'll be a Tennessee 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Up the middle, here goes Pollard. He'll cobble together a yard there. Devontae Wyatt finishing that play off. And we will not get another play. That's going to do it for the 1st quarter. Just a field goal separates these two. More from Nissan Stadium coming up after the break. We're ready to go with the 2nd quarter, and it's Titans football. They're looking down to 2nd and 9. Right back to Pollard. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it 1 yard there, so consecutive 1-yard runs brings up 3rd and 8. Motioning the tight end now. That throw finds Okonkwo. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Titans will have a 1st down. Levis now off the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. And they bring him down around the 34.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Throwing the out route complete. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Hopkins put in motion left. Throwing now on first down, Levis. No place to go, so he just threw it away. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. They give to Pollard from the gun. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Andrew and Cooper there to make the stop. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on third down. Throwing is Levis. Has the connection to Ridley. And he's brought down after a short gain. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. So the Titans left with a fourth down, and we're going to see Nick Folk out for the try. It's a 38-yarder from the left hash. The kick by Gano is good. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
It's Keyshawn Nixon with the return. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Packers and Jordan Love set to take over again. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Jeffrey Simmons that time on the tackle. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Love out of the shotgun. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Play fake, it's Love. Watson with the catch. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. He's got a gain of 6 there. Tackle made by Elijah Molden. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Handoff here to Jacobs. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's Love to throw. He brings it in. And he'll take this one in for the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers take a 2nd quarter lead. Christian Watson with the touchdown. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right, when you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
That one splits the uprights. And the Packers break that tie and now lead by 7. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Jackson now to return it. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Titans ready to take over on offense. They'll look to knot up this game right now as they trail 17-10. Levis now on first down. That's incomplete left side. Not on the same page with his tight end. So it'll be second down. Levis to the air now. Looking. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Okay, it's pretty clear, isn't it? It's this constant pressure that this defense has imposed on this offense to keep them out of rhythm and build up this lead. This offense is not going to author a comeback if this quarterback continues to run for his life.
He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
From the gun, Levis has his man. It's Ridley. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, these DNs love to get after the quarterback, but the most well-rounded of them are the guys who can anchor your run defense too. Mission accomplished.
3rd and short yardage, Levis. This one finds Boyd. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
This one misses the tight end. So it's second down coming up. On the play fake, it's Levis. Okonkwo brings it in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Tough one to retain through that hit. And 4th and 4 coming up. Now it's Nick Folk to try the Titans field goal. Ball on the right hash for this 36-yard look. The kick by Gano is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Nixon now to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Love from the gun. This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So second down coming up. To the air with Love. Has it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Love on 3rd and short. He's on the move. He's running for it. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
All I could tell him there was good luck. You get a safety all over a run like that, they could just smell it like a shark with blood in the water. And you feel fortunate if you're even able to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On second down, Jacobs. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. L'Jarius Sneed there for the stop. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing, Love. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
1st and 10 from the 41. Here's Love. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. It's Kenneth Murray on the tackle. He gets a couple, and it'll bring up 3rd down. That brings us to the 2-minute warning at Nashville. And it's the Packers, needing 8 on 3rd down. Throwing from the gun. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's taken down at the 30. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down. Shotgun now for Love. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Into the hands of Romeo Dobbs. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Gets this one to Watson. And this one doesn't go far. The Packers take their 1st time out. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Loves to throw again. Has it in close. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. We've got whistles after the play as we have somebody shaken up, and that's Luke Musgrave in need of some attention out there. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Throwing from the gun here. And this is going to be a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers grow their lead just before halftime. Christian Watson with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
That one right down the middle. And the Packers drive their lead to 11. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Jackson now to return it. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. The Titans and Will Levis set to take over again. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And he goes out, just needed one more step there to reach midfield. 2nd and 3 now. From the 48. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he'll get them enough for a first down. Shotgun now for Levis. That's going to be caught, Tony Pollard. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. They're now set for 1st and 10. Levis throwing again. That throw finds Okonkwo. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
And he'll go down here at the 16. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. The kick by Gano is good. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points. So we've reached the end of 2, and it's the visiting Packers out in front. Now it's down to Florida, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis. And it's the Colts who have the lead in that one. It's Anthony Richardson, the Florida man, with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we head to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And this one going the visitors' way, as the Texans have the lead in that one. It's C.J. Stroud with a couple of touchdown passes. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check in on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. 2 touchdowns there for Saquon Barkley. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins. As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Jackson now to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Out come the Titans for another offensive possession. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Levis from the shotgun. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Into the hands of Okonkwo. And that will not be enough for a first down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. No return on that punt. And the Packers are going to have a long football field ahead of them on this drive. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Ball at the 33 for first down. This is Jacobs running left. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Amani Hooker with the tackle.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
He gets it ahead and winds up with about 3. L'Jarius Sneed there for the stop.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and then netted some positive yards.
Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Fields this at the 19. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. The Titans are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Levis now off the play fake. Throw right side, caught by Thomas. Ooh, play didn't develop like he needed. He goes out behind the line. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. From the gun, Levis. Caught by Pollard. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. From the gun, they go with Pollard. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. Slot man in motion right. They give on 2nd to Pollard. And his drive forward halted after a couple of yards. Edger and Cooper there to make the stop. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Looking to throw, Levis. Short pass brought in. He'll head out of bounds after a small gain. This one goes for 3 yards. And that'll be a Tennessee first down. Throwing is Levis. Has the connection to Ridley. And he gets him around 6 there. Edger and Cooper there to make the stop. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's Levis. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
That's caught for the first. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. It's a pickup of 11. And the Titans will have a first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Putting the tight end in motion. Levis here on first down. Okonkwo brings it in. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3. Levis setting to throw. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day one install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Tennessee. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
He's throwing for it. Looking touchdown, but can't connect. Down two, they went for the tie right there, partner, but a game defense able to stop them and hang on to this narrow lead.
I don't hate that call, Kate. In fact, this is one of those gray areas. If it's the fourth quarter, that's absolutely the right decision. Third quarter, as I said, kind of a gray area where maybe you're chasing points. Either way, you're behind, and your defense now has to rise to the occasion.
He stopped on the return at the 27. The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. They get that big old marker out, cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. Jacobs gets it on the draw. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. It's Kenneth Murray on the tackle. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Love from the gun. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Pass was thrown for Christian Watson. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Love out of the shotgun. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? We chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Titans and Tony Pollard headed back out there offensively. Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, 1st and 10. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this 3rd quarter. Finds him over the middle. And that's good for a gain of 5. That was Xavier McKinney that time with the tackle. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Now Levis. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Levis to the air now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that'll be a Tennessee 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. First and 10, it's Pollard. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Levis back to throw. Pass caught by Ridley. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage. Trying the inside handoff to Pollard. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. It was Preston Smith with a stop. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Oh, movement on the line before the snap, though. This is going to be a false start. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Back to the line they go. It's second down. On the play fake, it's Levis. He's going to push one deep down, and oh, he got it! Interception! Picked off by Jair Alexander. And as they celebrate the turnover, we're going to shift our focus to one of his teammates who appears to be injured following that play. Team staff heading out to look at him now. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Love. Complete on a slant to Watson. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
That's complete to Musgrave. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. They stick with Jacobs. And it's a nice gain, but they needed just 1 more yard to move the chains. Give him 4 on that run. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Tight end going in motion here. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. The Packers with it. They have the lead late, but this game is close. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Jacobs running behind center. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. From the 34. Throw right side, and Dobbs has it. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10. Throwing, Love. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on 1st down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Love. That's into the hands of Dobbs. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. They'll run, Jacobs. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut, 2nd down.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
He's got it! It's a Green Bay touchdown! Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Point after try upcoming to make this a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Packers push the lead to 2 scores now. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Return coming from the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The home team's ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. They're set up at the 35 now. Boyd now in motion left. Up the middle, here goes Pollard. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
They get 28 out of that play. And the Titans will have a 1st down.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
1st and 10 from the 41. Going with Pollard on the ground. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Trying to find his tight end. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, Levis. Completed to Pollard. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Now following that completion, we see a man shaken up. Officials calling for a pause as he gets looked at. Here comes the Titans punting unit. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. His 1st punt went 50. This is away and looks even better. So this one sails over the sideline, and they'll spot it where a touchback would go at the 20-yard line. Now here comes the Green Bay offense. They're up by 2 scores, Brock, but we've got some time left, so they still need to mount a drive here. Thrown on 1st down, Love. Taken in by Dobbs. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. 1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Love now to throw. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. He's got this at the 27. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Short pass brought in. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. From the gun, Levis. Pocket pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Well, here's what I know, Kate. And sadly, from personal experience, after this one's over, the QB, he's going to be the first one in the cold tub because he has been feeling the heat and paying the price all game long. At some point, you've got to find a way to protect the passer, or he's not going to endure this season.
Another try following the sack. Okonkwo brings it in. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
And he works this to the 38 before going down. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that'll be a Tennessee first down. New set of downs for him at the 38. Going to the ground again on first. And they're going to stop him after he runs it inside the 35. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Levis from the shotgun. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got 3rd down. Shotgun now for Levis. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those. This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Starting from the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Packers all set to get back out there. They come in on a little 2-game skid, Brock, but in control of this one so far. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And he's able to maneuver this up past the 30. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. They motion the tight end over. Here's 2nd and 5. He's got Watson. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. He gets 6 on that play. And it'll be first down, Packers. Here's a give to Jacobs. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
This one taken in by Kraft. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be at midfield now as he gets out of bounds. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
On the option, it's Jacobs. And he's able to work this down to the 41. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2. Love out of the shotgun. This is reeled in by Reed. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
First down throw. Here's Love. On target to Musgrave. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Love from the gun. Hauled in by Musgrave. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. 3rd and just 2 to go. That's the 2-minute warning here in Nashville. Packers up by 6. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Handoff here to Jacobs. And they make the stop, but a lot closer to the end zone now. He got it to the 11. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Going run again with Jacobs. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. Now whistles and a timeout taken quickly by the defense. 1:50 left to go. First down, and they go right back to him. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. The Titans call their 3rd and final timeout. Again, it's Jacobs. And he bowls through the defense for a touchdown. The Packers go up by 12 in the 4th. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
And this is caught, so add a couple more to this lead they've got here in the 4th.
Quarterback's best friend, big targets in the red zone. Not many guys can match up and defend someone like him, and no surprise, they went right to him for the conversion.
The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Brings in the kick at the 9. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. We'll get another look at this Tennessee offense. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Levis to the air now. Pass caught by Ridley. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. So after that completion, we've got a player in some visible discomfort. And here come the trainers to get him some help. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 36. Caught by Pollard. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Titans will have a first down. Throwing is Levis. Into the hands of Okonkwo. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Levis throwing again. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. To throw. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they take him down right along the 30. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had two choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Here he is to throw. And don't leave just yet, fans. He's got it for the touchdown, and there's still a small chance, Brock, that this one isn't over. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups, and when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
That one splits the uprights. And the Titans chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. As we approach the final half minute of play, their comeback hopes resting on recovering this kick. And this is recovered by the Packers hands team. They're going to win this game.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
The Packers back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense, more good numbers well into this second half. No timeouts remaining here, partner, so they can just run out this clock. So they happily go to a knee here to run out this clock, and they're finally on the board, their first win of the season. A kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. So it's the visiting Packers who pick up the win. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths, because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? Or both?
All of us.
Yeah,
D, all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now, and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.
So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are your winners as we say goodbye from Nashville.